Get it? And holy shit! We'll always love you. I can't believe you did this to me. God damn it! How could you do this to me? Killing Rare.
I guess that conviction to be plausible goes away pretty fast. I get the sentiment that EA wants to be inclusive, and I say go ahead. Make a game about the Tuskegee Airmen. Make a game detailing the issues of being the first female Green Beret. Make a game about Boudica or Joan of Arc. Make the game about the minority. Don't just throw them in for some cheap brownie points so you can pat yourself on the back for your dishonest, rose-tinted historical revisionism. Instead of coddling your daughter by sticking her in a bubble and telling her that she can't have a creatable character that looks like her because she's a girl, how about be a freaking parent and tell her because it's freaking World War II and it wouldn't be right?
We may not like that it happened, but pretending it didn't happen is like pretending that JFK didn't get shot and the ramifications for our country didn't happen. By all means, tell history, but tell the freaking truth.
There's also a huge PR disaster about the roster and trying to defend it as characters just being functions, giving Ultron some of Magneto's iconic moveset, for example. That's like taking out Luigi in Smash, throwing in Fawful, and giving him the negative zone attack.
I wouldn't mind that.
No one asked you.
Really hurts is that barely any of these spin-offs did anything new or inventive, and they all just kinda blended together, pretty much making them the same game on every system. Thankfully, around 2010, the onslaught simmered slightly, and they slowed down with producing more hero games. For now, you'd think this as a sign that they learned their lesson, and...
This is the song that doesn't end. Oh, no. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because.
This level of detail also explained why so many were having performance issues and connection problems. Eventually, Square Enix admitted they screwed up and would be working with Naoki Yoshida to fix everything wrong with the MMO by blowing the whole dang world sky high!
Beautiful.
As I said, Ubisoft loves DRM, but what if they were to take that annoying element and ramp it up to 11 with a storefront that is publisher first, servers that are down more often than up, and now a subscription model for streaming services, meaning you don't own anything you buy?
It doesn't matter. All DRM does is encourage piracy. Now, I won't advocate for piracy, as stealing is wrong.
Yar har fiddle indeed, being a pirate is a right to be. Do what you want cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Any embarrassing peripherals Nintendo has put out over the years that we could easily make a list dedicated to them alone. In fact...
Wait a second, where are you going with this?
Nintendo peripherals in 10 words or less. Ignore that.
Only one game used this!
Hyped, then vanished. Good, could easily abuse microtransactions.
Only one game used this!
Fire, fire, fire!
Overhyped Nintendo Zapper made immortal by Smash Brothers.
Fire, fire, fire!
Cute but unnecessary gimmick made immortal by Smash Brothers.
It's so bad. Well, at least the marketing's honest.
It's Digimon Tamers, except you never have a full Digimon.
You just spent $90 on a weight scale. Congrats.
And you thought the Genesis attachments were bad.
Pay us money for plastic!
Pay us money for cardboard!
So glad Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is getting a remake.
Used by a lot of games. No one used it.
Only one game used this.
Selfie generation a decade before it happened, with bad filters.
You only own this because you bought Link's crossbow training.
At least it made Pokemon fans happy for a bit.
You want to play DK64 and Majora's Mask?
Useful at first, died off later.
Incredibly niche. Though, personally, I love this damn thing.
You would.
Once you walk out the door, they give you the boot. They'll bend over backwards to make sure you can't get a job at another video gaming company. They'll call other companies ahead of time, warn them that you're an ex-con, and threaten to drop the hammer on that company. What's worse is that if you even try to put them on your resume, hope you got a lawyer ready because they just might drag you to court.
Oh, look! An ex-Konami employee is trying to find work somewhere else. But if I can't have the work, then nobody can!
Heads with the Korean Esports Association, meaning they lost a huge amount of league participants. Not only that, but Hearthstone can't seem to get its head on straight, Overwatch's competitive was a complete disaster, and WoW Arena was just an unbalanced mess. And of course, there's Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, goody! I gotta talk about how Blizzard killed Heroes of the Storm again!
Honey, don't you think it's time you let this one go?
Never! If there's one trait I've emphasized a lot throughout this countdown, it's arrogance, or hubris. And instead of just talking to you about it, I'm just gonna let it play. Enjoy!
I would like my car to fly and make me breakfast, but that's an unrealistic expectation.
The idea of a handheld rivalry with Nintendo is an irrelevance. Those formats don't appear in our planning. It's not a fair comparison. Not fair on them, I should stress.
The first 5 million are going to buy it, whatever it is, even if it didn't have games.
The Nintendo 3DS is a great babysitting tool.
I believe that the 6-axis controller offers game designers and developers far more opportunity for future innovation than Rumble ever did. Now, Rumble I think was the last generation feature.
Oh, it's probably too cheap.
Nothing good has come from the internet, period.
But I fear that it won't have a lasting impact beyond that of a gimmick.
If you can find a PS3 anywhere in North America that's been on shelves for more than 5 minutes, I'll give you $1,200 for it.
Fun fact, Penny Arcade took him up on that bet.
Microsoft does not concern us, because Microsoft is not a technology company.
It's difficult to talk about Nintendo because we don't look at their console as being a competitor. They aren't worth $599 US now, aren't they?
To be honest, it's too easy to just simply rant about this disaster piece, especially since everyone and their Uncle Shirley's ripped it a new one. So instead, I like to close this chapter with a little serenade for the little mess that couldn't.
It is the very model of a modern game calamity, the glitchy graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity. The bad design and car controls inspire much profanity in physics like gravity and go for abnormality. A barely tested product rushed before its true finality. The girl is certain favorite holiday of Christianity. Some beta testing really could have helped this sad disaster cease. And then we would have crowned this mess a modern gaming masterpiece. And then we would have crowned this mess a modern gaming masterpiece. And then we would have crowned this mess a modern gaming masterpiece. And then we would have crowned this mess a modern gaming masterpiece.
In an ironic way, kind of is.
Playing different characters would normally be super fun, but lack of depth and glitches would make Aaron say, with glitchy graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity, it is the very model of a modern game calamity. With glitchy graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity, it is the very model of a modern game calamity. And if you're probably not taught by glitches killing Sonic Dead, anachronistic art design will surely make you scratch your head. With Anthro Disney creatures next to anime monstrosities, the boss designs and civilizations are horrible atrocities.
It's no use!
With the plotline so bizarre, it's a completely new reality. A timey-wimey story that's ignoring continuity. With Blaze the Cat embracing a peculiar morality.
Why is she encouraging Silver to kill Sonic? They're supposed to know each other. Did Sonic Rush just not happen? Anyways.
And featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality.
And featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality. And featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality. And featuring a ship showcasing epic bestiality.
Plus 50,000 loading screenshots every time you do a thing. Observing Sonic fall the spot for fans, it's really gotta sting. With glitch graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity. It is the very model of a modern game calamity.
With glitch graphics, stupid plot, and just a lack of sanity. It is the very model of a modern game calamity.
I'm the fiery Joker, and the next countdown decision on December 15th will be all the fails of Activision!